to Trade Doc, Data Options Trader, where we recap today's close, look at the futures, scan our ETF watch list to spot opportunity. I'd like you all to subscribe to catch these daily recaps. Today is Expiration Friday, January 27th, 2017. Markets just closed about 10 minutes ago, and they closed, you can just call it in the red, with the NASDAQ up. It's just 30 cents, pretty much unchanged. All the other major indices are down about 0.1%, and the Russell is down almost 0.5%. And at the futures, they're still moving. Sure, there's a lot of people getting out of positions and opening positions. They're pretty mixed. The Russell's down a full 0.5% now, and looks like this ES, the SPY, is coming down as well. Bonds moved up, with the 30-year up 0.25%. The VIX is down 0.5%. Crude oil came down 1.25%. Natural gas came down 0.5%. Oil was, gold's pretty much unchanged, holding 11.92. Silver actually blasted up almost 2%. It was up 1.75%, and copper was up over 0.5%. Japan was down. The dollar came up 0.1%, bringing the other currencies down. The British pound really came down 0.5%, and the Canadian dollar came down 0.5%, up to 76 cents. The euro is 107, pretty much unchanged. The Mexican peso came up 1.5%. So despite all the stuff that's going out there, the Mexican peso gained strength. Take a look at the charts. Starting with oil, was up down 1.1%. Still trading kind of sideways here, not really having any movement. Oil explorers, I'm sure oil explorers, and they were down 1.25%, so that's pretty good there. Expect them to keep moving down. Natural gas was down 0.25%, but my bias is now bullish for natural gas short term. So I put an option strategy that captures some bullish strength in natural gas, and I expect it to keep moving up slowly. Gold is up 0.25%. Bought some more gold down here, still adding on to position. Gold miners are up another 1.5%. I went long gold miners, and I did take a little bit off though. What I did hold was the junior miners, and I also have an option strategy with the GDX. And gold's gonna come down, retest a couple of these levels, and then move back up. Silver is the one that spiked up. Been building the silver position again, so just holding it for a while. I got an option strategy right there. That's why I said stay below 1633. XLE was down in the morning session and then came up in the afternoon, but still lost a full percent. So XLE, energy sector, still pretty bearish on that. Didn't want to do that. Just wanted to put a trend line to show what support it needs to break before. I should have put a short on there, but I'm already doing. And utility is still moving sideways, 0.02%. It's kind of like, I don't know, it might keep on trading sideways for a long time. I haven't really looked at option strategy in that area. Industrials were down 0.08%, pretty much unchanged. Looking for it to bounce back up. Materials came down, broke this trend line here, and they were down 0.25%, so same thing. And it's pretty much oversold at this point. It's going to come down before really materials is going to gain in prices, true prices, once construction starts happening. XLV got no position, but I do want to get long. Didn't get long, missed that opportunity, and just waiting for a little bit of pull back. But at this point here, it looks like it's a good long entry, just because of the support. So it's still below the area where I sold it. So, and here's real estate. We're short real estate. We're keep on holding that short until it hits the support of 75.80. Home builders is another one we got short via the ETF CLAW. Not a lot of volume in there, but I'm already up 5% from yesterday. So looking to hold this until it comes back into this area where I actually covered them before. Retail keeps on coming down. It's at the bottom of the support. It was down 1.25%. Financials came down 0.25%, so we should see this keep moving down. The S&P was down 0.1%. Kind of lost steam there, but it's you know, where that money's coming from, if it's going to start from retail investors or not, but still don't know. So you can kind of see how it started going up. So right there was a good short entry. Here's another good short entry here. I'm not putting them in because I'm already short. The Dow, I've just pretty much been adding a little bit here, and like every time it gives a good pop, I just keep on adding to those triple leverage ETFs. Just keep holding it, because eventually they will come down and become more profitable than what they are. So yeah, might bounce around up there. The Qs still short, but they were up 0.1%. The Russell came down back into this price box. You know, it's pretty much expected. Emerging markets, I closed out that. I held on to one dividend ETF, just looking to get back in at a better price. Still bullish on emerging markets. Japan came back into this trading area where it likes to trade at. So see that come down, but this is kind of like the middle of the range here. Middle of the range is like 50-58. China broke this support trend line, so you might be looking for it to come down. I'm not going to be short in China. I just want to go long, find a good entry point. India was up 0.5%, so India is still looking strong. I still haven't gotten an entry point yet. This is my buy entry right here. This red line, once it comes back down into there, it'll just be a dip buy. Here's Russia. Russia's at an all-time high. Went up 1.5%. I mean 2.5%. So that's pretty notable. You know, I was short Russia for a while, and as soon as they were profitable, I took it off. You know, I took a profit here when I should have just reversed it. I would have been up nice, probably like 10% just in a matter of a week. Here's Europe. We could do a dip buy here, but we'll see. Europe is kind of like on a downward trend for a while. And here's British pound, and this is where it's actually gonna go short here. Didn't put no positions, but that's my first entry on Monday, just because it came back into this channel, and that's very notable. I've been waiting for that. And here's the dollar. The dollar came up pretty much unchanged, 0.04%. So it's definitely on a downward trend. We'll see where it goes from there. And finally, the VIX all-time low here. Look at this all-time low. I had it at 20.96, and I'm moving it way down. Anyways, thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe. Have a good weekend. Peace.